This thing is looking weird. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh.
Everything about this place was just giving me really bad vibes, and when I looked into here and saw this...
See if it looks like it's moving.
Yeah, you can. You can see it. Look.
Tonight, we look at 6 disturbing camping encounters caught on camera. Real moments, real danger. Don't forget to subscribe for more terrifying footage like this. Let's begin. On August 24, 2022, the YouTube channel Cat Soap uploaded a nighttime exploration video that merges humor with an eerie atmosphere. What starts as a lighthearted road trip quickly unfolds into something far more unsettling. The video follows a group of friends driving through rural roads in Queensland, Australia, as they search for a supposedly haunted location. This site lies near the area of the tragic Camp Mountain train disaster, which occurred on May 5, 1947. On that day, a passenger train carrying Families and Customs Department staff derailed while descending a steep slope too fast. The engine and first 2 carriages plunged off the track, resulting in 16 fatalities and dozens of injuries, still considered Queensland's worst rail disaster.
On Labor Day morning, 5th of May, 1947, Customs Department staff and their families left Brisbane Central Railway Station for a holiday picnic at Closeburn. After short stops at Middleton and Ferny Grove stations, the 7-carriage train began the slow climb over Camp Mountain Knob. Downhill from the knob, the train gathered speed and started to sway alarmingly, heading into a left-hand curve 20 miles per hour too fast. The locomotive tender overturned, pulling the locomotive off the track and into an embankment. The first 2 carriages telescoped into the overturned locomotive. In Queensland's worst train crash, 16 travellers died, including the driver and fireman, and over 30 were injured.
As night falls, the group navigates increasingly narrow roads, where their GPS proves unreliable. The area feels isolated, more like private land than public territory. They debate whether to press forward or wait for others to arrive. Despite the casual atmosphere, an underlying tension grows. Eventually, they decide to stop and wait in the car. That's when they begin seeing strange lights in the distance, lights that don't resemble flashlights or vehicle beams. The way they move appears unnatural, and no nearby structures are visible on satellite maps.
It's a no-through road.
Yep, keep going. They did say it was a dead end.
Oh, did they? How do I turn around?
Yeah, this must be it, eh?
Yeah. But you know what the good thing is that I've got my car facing the right way if we've got to make a quick getaway.
Yeah, that's why I told you to turn around. Can we actually talk about like how scary it is just to be sitting here, the 2 of us, ladies, in a car, in the dark, in the woods, just waiting
For a rest.
I never said that. Are you calling Troy and Clayton?
The thing is, any car that comes in, because we're facing this way, the headlights are going to go into our eyes, so I'm going to be prepared to duck.
Oh, true.
I'm going to be like this. Put your seat back.
Okay. Beatrice.
Oh, Beatrice, and she's like, George, that car just stopped down there. And then he comes out and we're sitting here in our car and you see this big black shape come marching towards the car. Like
with his
straight
shoddy.
ahead. Well, you can't see his shoddy.
Oh, we're unaware that the shotgun is present.
You can just see his shape. Oh, I wouldn't even wind the window down.
Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god.
The area is completely wooded. As the group tries to make sense of what they're seeing, the lights seem to get closer. One person even reports spotting a dark silhouette approaching their vehicle. Another claims to see multiple lights moving independently through the trees. Though they try to rationalize the experience, nervous energy takes over, and laughter is mixed with confusion and fear. Footage captures some of these lights flickering and shifting direction, intensifying their concern. Checking their phones, they confirm via satellite view that there are no buildings nearby, just dense forest. Yet the lights continue to appear, moving in strange ways that don't fit any clear explanation. Eventually, the group decides to leave, unnerved and without any real answers.
It is.
Can you see? Yeah, you can. You can see it. Look. No, that's me moving the camera, but...
You guys feel like a wolf? It's not that bad.
I'm just looking at that light.
It's getting brighter.
That light's getting brighter.
And it's moving.
And it's moving. Is it?
I don't know if my eyes are playing tricks.
There's another one over there too.
All those lights are moving now. They're moving forward or closer.
Okay, so this track doesn't go round that way.
No, it doesn't.
Okay, if that track doesn't go, this track doesn't go round that way. Why was it getting closer to us that way?
Okay, come up to the bridge. Are you guys hearing anything?
Yeah, it's getting closer.
We heard what that light is moving.
That light.
It's like
someone walking.
No,
moving
but
around.
it's staying in the same spot but going like.
Yeah, it goes to the left.
Oh, maybe they're just looking for something, didn't they?
No, we yelled out.
You hear? Oh.
We were going, hello?
Did you get anything back?
No.
So does it look like a torch or does it look like something
It
else?
looks like a min, not a min light, but a. What's that down there?
Go maps. Just Google Maps. Go to satellite view. You're already on satellite view. So just zoom in and just have a gaze at what's here.
Fucking nothing, look.
It's trees. It's trees. Show the boys.
Like it's just trees.
Okay, got it again. I'm going to zoom in.
So what the hell?
See, look.
It's literally, you can
It's
see
just
the dirt.
trees.
You can see the dirt on the ground.
The lights seen could have a number of explanations. From wildlife or reflective insects to distant properties obscured by terrain. But the lack of nearby infrastructure and the behavior of the lights suggests something less conventional. Given the site's tragic history, some may even speculate about residual energy or paranormal activity tied to the Camp Mountain crash. Whatever they saw that night, it left a lasting impression. Could the lights have been something natural, or did the group stumble upon something far more unexplainable in the heart of the Queensland bush? Hold on a sec. If you're enjoying this so far, make sure to hit that subscribe button. Let's continue. On August 4th, 2017, Richard Grebenik, known primarily for uploading musical performances to his YouTube channel, shared a video that was nothing like his usual content. This time, it wasn't a song, but a disturbing account of something that shook him to his core. He had been spending time at his countryside summer home, a peaceful and familiar retreat. Everything had been normal, until one evening, something strange appeared in his backyard. At first, he only caught a glimpse of it. The figure was bizarre, almost creature-like, and vanished before he could reach for his device. Later that same night, the unknown being returned. This time, Richard was prepared. He placed his iPad by the window and began recording, hoping to capture proof of what he had seen. The camera caught a pale, humanoid figure creeping closer to the house. Its movements were slow, calculated, and unsettling, its head turning sharply, as though scanning its surroundings. Feeling overwhelmed, Richard contacted a local priest for help.
Oh my god. I can't believe this. Damn phone.
Hey, Mickey G.
Hey Mike, I need you.
Hey, can't hear you.
Can you hear me now? Can you hear me now?
A little bit. Yeah.
Alright, you're not gonna believe this. I got it on video now. People think I'm nuts. It's on video, it's playing right now. I put the iPad in the window and now this thing's coming up to the steps in my backyard, Mike.
What's going on?
It's like a weird demonic looking thing and it's like a human and it's all scratched down. And this is the second time this happened this week. And as I'm talking to you, this is all on recorded and it doesn't see me. I'm in that, you know, that sunroom?
Huh?
All right, I've been putting the iPad out. It's about around, and it happened. Weird things been happening around this time at night.
Can I record it?
You're on record. Everything's recording now. I can see the thing. It's like looking around weird.
Is it recording the video?
Yeah, right now it's on the video. It doesn't see me. I'm sitting back, but I can still see out the window really good. You should see.
Hear you?
No, it can't. But it's looking around like something out of a weird sci-fi movie. This thing is freaky. It's on video. Huh?
Not a person?
No, it's an evil identity. It's evil entity. This thing's like wicked looking. But it's a human form though. You gotta wait until you see the video. I got it on video.
Okay, good.
This is like one out of a million things that people will not. They'll think they won't think I'm crazy no more. Wait until you see this. Oh my God! It's like you should see this thing, Mike. Oh my God! Like a gargoyle. It's like a gargoyle, man. And it's like 35 feet away, and it came out of those weeds. You know what I'm talking about?
As he watched the footage, the figure grew more visible. It approached cautiously, emerging from the weeds near the edge of the property. It didn't behave like an animal. Its posture and movements were too deliberate, too unnatural. At one point, the creature moved away, disappearing into the darkness. But then, it returned. The second appearance felt even more intense, as if the presence was becoming aware of being observed. The energy around the house shifted, and the fear became tangible.
People won't think they're not going to think I'm crazy when they see this now. This is unreal. Just pray.
Just pray?
Yeah.
Yeah, praise you, Jesus. Father God, I just want to lift Rick up to you right now, Lord. I don't know why he's being tormented like this, Lord, but we know you know. And Lord, you've been speaking to him in visions and dreams concerning his work and different things, and the enemy is being attacked by you, Lord. And he's all worked up, and God, I just come against this. I bind these things right now, these evil spirits that are just harassing Rick and just coming into his yard. I just bind those things right now. I command them to cease and be still and be gone. I pray that you give Rick peace right now. I come against all fear. I bind that in Jesus' name. I pray, Father, that you just give him peace and comfort, Lord, that he knows that Lord, you're watching over, Lord. You are his rear guard, and nothing's going to call me. When you lay down at night, no sudden terror will come upon you.
Oh my God, there it is, Mike. It came back. Oh my gosh.
I command you to go in Jesus' name.
This thing is looking weird. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. It knows something's going on, man. This thing is... Oh my gosh. Oh my God. I don't know what happened. We got disconnected. I even called the minister. It went back.
As the priest prayed remotely for protection, the creature's behavior changed. It began to twitch and move erratically, as if disturbed by the prayers. Then, without warning, the phone connection dropped. The last moments of the video are filled with an eerie silence. That was where the footage ended. No conclusion, no follow-up. Only lingering questions and chilling imagery remained. Some viewers believe the figure was an otherworldly entity, perhaps a demon, a spirit, or something far more ancient. Others point to its bizarre physicality and speculate it could be a cryptid or mutated life form. Skeptics, however, have called it an elaborate prank, possibly involving a costume or CGI. But those who've seen the raw footage claim the fear in Richard's voice and the organic movement of the entity seem too real to be staged. If the footage is real, then what exactly did Richard capture outside his home? Was it a random encounter, or was he targeted? And most disturbingly, could it ever return? This next chilling story comes from the TikTok account Ace Dawns, where creator Steven typically shares stunning views and bold outdoor adventures. But one particular upload stood out because it captured a moment that left him deeply shaken. It was June 24th, 2020. Steven and a close friend were out on a camping trip, enjoying the quiet and beauty of nature. After dinner, looking to break the stillness, they decided to experiment with an app called Randonautica, a tool known for generating random GPS coordinates with the promise of spontaneous exploration. Though it's often used playfully, the app has a reputation online for sending users to strange or even frightening locations. Curious, they followed the app's directions. It led them toward a secluded area, and soon, something felt off.
Okay, so this randonauting app just brought us to this creepy town, and honestly, when we saw this, we should have turned around and left. We continued up the mountain though, and there's always abandoned cars and nobody around. At this point, we're definitely trespassing. We couldn't even really turn around at this point because the road was so narrow and it was such a steep drop off on the other side. We were kind of intrigued at how creepy this was, even though it was getting dark really quick, and next thing we know, the sun had gone down and the moon came out.
The location pointed them toward a mountain town that appeared completely lifeless. As they ascended narrow, isolated roads, they passed abandoned vehicles scattered without explanation. The path was tight, and turning back became impossible due to a steep drop-off. Though unease crept in, they continued on. The daylight quickly faded, and moonlight cast eerie shadows as they entered the town. But this wasn't just any town. It felt deserted. Homes stood vacant, worn down by time. Some even had mannequins posed in windows, watching silently. The atmosphere was unnerving. No birds, no wind, and an overwhelming stillness in every direction. They pressed forward as the app pushed them to a final pin. It led them to a dilapidated and overgrown spot in the woods. With cameras rolling, they stepped out of the vehicle to investigate. That's when something strange occurred.
But we had the pin pulled up, we were so close to it, and this happened.
The fuck is...
I don't know how to explain this. We're the only ones around, and a random rock falls. I think that was a sign that we should leave. But we kept going. Everything about this place was just giving me really bad vibes. And when I looked into here and saw this, as soon as I realized it's some sort of face, we took off running. I don't know what it is with this town, why there's all these abandoned cars, and no people, and mannequins in the window.
A large rock suddenly tumbled nearby, despite no signs of wildlife or movement. It seemed random, but also like a warning. Their tension grew. The location gave off a sinister energy, and as they explored further, something under a pile of debris caught their eye. Beneath broken boards and scattered trash was an object shaped like a face. It wasn't a mask, and it wasn't stone. The contours were twisted, distorted in a way that felt deeply unnatural. That was the breaking point. Startled and disturbed, the two sprinted back to their vehicle without hesitation. The image of the warped face stayed burned in their memory. Once back in the car, a flood of relief hit them, but so did the questions. What had they just witnessed? And why did this random location feel so deliberately ominous? Some believe the Randonautica app taps into something more than coincidence, leading users toward emotional or energetic anomalies. Others suggest the encounter was simply a disturbing fluke, a forgotten place filled with creepy artifacts. The face-like object might have been a discarded sculpture, but its distorted form raised doubts. Could the area have been used for something more sinister? If the app really chooses locations at random, then what are the chances of being led to a ghost town with abandoned cars, mannequins in windows, and a grotesque face buried beneath debris? Was this just an eerie coincidence, or something meant to be found? This unsettling footage was captured by the YouTube channel Exploration Unknown, run by John, a creator known for venturing into forgotten and decaying locations. For over 8 years, he's documented every journey, from exploring abandoned buildings to sleeping overnight in eerie, deserted places. While his videos often highlight the beauty of decay, sometimes these explorations take a darker turn, pushing the limits of what even he is comfortable experiencing. In this particular video, John sets out to camp at a remote, crumbling farmstead buried deep within the woods. The property, shrouded in local legends of being haunted, draws his interest, not because of the ghost stories, but because of its isolation and history. He's eager to capture the slow collapse of what once was, unaware that the night ahead will be far more disturbing than he expects. It's November 9th, 2017. As daylight fades, John makes his way through the dense forest, reaching the farmstead just as the last light disappears behind the trees. He sets up camp and begins exploring with his camera, ready to document the decay and remnants left behind. The structures are worn and half collapsed.
Makes me curious. Oh, inside the old chicken coop. Crazy. Sorry guys. Looks like some glass and stuff down there for some reason. I don't know why there'd be glass in an old chicken coop. But okay. I'm not gonna lie. That really freaked me out when I first saw it. Which is weird because it's like somebody's jacket just hanging there. Look at all this stuff here. Now that is a relic of the past. It's like an old 80s printer. So cool. Look at all these little spindly things here. Looks like something that could be used on a turn lathe. So this way. This whole building here is just, looks like over here it's starting to collapse in the back a little bit.
Inside, he discovers decades-old machinery, relics from the 1980s, and dusty tools that appear frozen in time. Amidst the debris are McDonald's wrappers, unopened electronics, and strange industrial items, all suggesting that someone, at some point, simply walked away and never returned.
Right here. Yeah, this looks like the doors that would have been in it. They've actually been here a while. Look at the dust on this. There's some wood up there. Whole bunch of tobacco sticks up here. Some more windows. A little bit of hay. This is actually a thriving farm at one point. Let's go around here. Look at that old bush hog. What's in here? Oh, that's neat. It's like the shepherds and stuff, like a, well, it's a camel. That's a nativity scene. Look at all that grease. I'm gonna drop my camera in that. Some old belts here. Still a pretty solid looking old barn, except for that corner. Oh, just love being out in the woods at night. Something really freaking cool about it.
While John remains focused on filming, a quiet tension hangs in the air. Despite being alone, he remarks on the serenity of being out in the woods at night. But beneath his excitement, a sense of unease quietly builds. The silence is thick. The shadows, darker than usual. Eventually, John returns to camp, satisfied with what he's captured. He settles in, unaware that something unnerving has already taken place. It isn't until days later, after editing and uploading the footage, that he notices something odd. Reviewing a section frame by frame, a faint figure becomes visible in the background. Standing motionless near a tree, barely discernible in the dim light, is what appears to be a person dressed in white. The figure seems to be watching him from a distance. The realization hits hard. At the time, John had felt alone. But now, it's clear that someone, or something, was silently observing him. The eerie figure vanishes without interaction, and John never noticed it during the trip. It was the camera that caught what his eyes missed. What began as just another abandoned exploration became one of the most unsettling nights he had ever filmed. Some speculate the figure could have been a person, perhaps another explorer, or someone living off-grid. Others suggest it may be something less explainable, especially given the farmstead's reputation and the figure's motionless stance. Could it have been a coincidence? Or did something intentionally stay hidden, just outside of John's awareness? If the camera hadn't caught it, would John have ever known he wasn't alone? And more importantly, what would have happened if he had seen it in real time? This story comes from the YouTube channel Scotland's Mountains, run by Billy, an adventurer known for his breathtaking explorations of the Scottish Highlands. From wild camping on mountaintops to kayaking through remote lochs, Billy documents his outdoor journeys with a mix of wonder and grit. In this episode, Billy and his friend Ray set out to visit one of the most notoriously haunted locations in the Western Highlands, an isolated ruin known as Lewis Belt. Over the years, the decaying structure has gained a reputation for strange occurrences. Whispers of footsteps, reports of objects moving on their own, and speculation that something supernatural still lingers in the stone walls. Despite the stories, the two are drawn in by curiosity. Their plan? Not just to explore, but to spend the night there.
Back that way, but yeah, that's probably what, about an hour? At least an hour we've been going, and starting to level off just a little bit, but it's not any easier because of the ground so uneven and the wind's picking up. See the snow in the hills though? Oh man, can't wait to get on this track and we start cycling. Whew. Right, you'll see behind me we have finally reached the 4x4 track. That's one of the toughest things I've done in a long time. How did you find that, Ray?
That was horrific, and yeah,
That was a bad idea, actually.
I think we're both goosed. We might just set the tents up here. I think the ghosts will come this far across from Louis Belt.
It seemed like a good idea at the time, as always. But
On the map it's more direct. But, and yeah, we're right in the mountains now, so it's over the back of that one. We're heading right along. We'll hit a couple of lochs soon, so I'll probably bring you back when we reach the ruin and we're putting the tents up. It'll be 360 footage and some voiceover work in the interim. So yeah, we'll see you in a wee while.
It's November 1st, 2023. The pair begin their trip in typical Highland fashion, by mountain biking through rugged terrain before switching to hiking. The path is long, steep, and punishing, but their spirits stay high. Eventually, they reach a plateau that reveals their destination in the distance. The sight of the ruin, standing desolate against the mountains, ignites a mix of excitement and quiet apprehension.
It's just a standard Highland path, really. But anyway, why we come here, this building behind us was recently, hopefully you went back and listened to that podcast, Uncanny, and you would have heard about the stories about the climbers coming here and strange activities and what have you. So whether it's true or not, whether we see anything tonight, I hope not. But it's a beautiful spot nonetheless. I mean, we've covered the mountains. We're in the stags are roaring. The high tops are have got a cap of snow in them. It's starting to clear now. We might get some star shots later on, actually.
As they set up camp near the broken walls, a cold wind sweeps through. The location is breathtaking, but it carries an undeniable chill, both literal and psychological. The surrounding mountains are dusted with snow, and a heavy silence lingers across the landscape. Soon after settling in, something strange occurs.
Right, just went over to set the wee camera up. I don't know if you can see it. Switched it on and the battery's gone. I mean, it was had the battery flat side straight away, and that was charged literally before I left the house. It's never gone that flat. It might just be the cold weather, but I don't know. That sort of thing happened in most haunted, didn't it? That's a bit weird. Or is it just a coincidence? Who knows? Right, I've got a power bank with me. I'm going to recharge it and see if we can get some juice out of it. Yeah, I don't know if you can make out the battery there. Should be full, but it's not. It's empty, so I'll go and charge it, but that's a bit odd. Strange, right. Go and charge this in the power bank and see if it helps it. Right, I don't know if you can see me or not, but there's a moon. The moons are rising over the skyline, just to the side of the old ruin. And the light started to go. It's quite dark now. I've had a wee bite to eat. I've got some whiskey actually. I can't remember the name of it, but we'll...
One of their camera batteries, fully charged before the trip, suddenly dies for no apparent reason. It's easy to blame the cold, but given the stories associated with the place, the timing feels ominous. Still, they continue filming and carry on with their evening. As night falls, they light a fire, share stories, and enjoy the starlit sky above. Despite the peaceful atmosphere, an odd heaviness begins to set in.
Weird things happen to us when we're... Let's hope there's nothing weird tonight. There's nothing we can do. We are literally, if anything weird happens tonight, we are literally in the middle of nowhere, aren't we?
We're in the boondocks.
Was it 7, 8 miles away from the closest? I don't know. But there's no way we can just get up and go, put it that way.
No.
We'll just have to bide our time.
And I don't fancy trying to cross the river there to get over to the bothy either.
We can all huggle together at the bothy, but yeah. It's a really starry night actually, isn't it?
It's nice.
It's absolutely glorious. A bit windy, but
this is what I really like about the winter, or going into winter and the winter camping. When you get a clear night and you can see the Milky Way and the stars. Yeah, especially if there's snow on the ground. I mean, we've done quite a few winter camps, and I think it's glorious. Maybe the best time of the year to be out camping.
The long nights.
Yeah. Not everybody's cup of tea, freezing. But if you have the right gear and that experience, then I think it's brilliant.
Yeah, no, there's something special about it.
Yeah.
And at this time of year, it's not actually that cold at the moment. So we're inside the site. It's not a bothy. I don't think it was ever a bothy, was it?
It was.
Was it a bothy? It was a bothy, yeah. But it's quite a significant house, wasn't it?
It was a Gillies Lodge, yeah. It was a state lodge.
Yeah.
And then it turned to a bothy for a wee while.
But yeah, I
don't know why it ended up there, like though.
I don't know. Yeah, because it was haunted. So after the wee tour, we looked to the skies, and there was actually a slight aurora showing as well as a meteor shower, which we watched before hitting the hay.
They're miles from the nearest road, with no easy way out if something goes wrong. Later, just before turning in for the night, they decide to explore the ruins once more. With only flashlights to guide them, they wander through the skeletal remains of the structure. Inside, they find remnants of what used to be, a glimpse into the past, now reduced to rubble. The mood is tense but quiet. Outside,
I didn't feel like I slept very well. In fact, when I looked at my watch, I was delighted when it was said, I think it was 6:50 I woke up. I felt like it was still the middle of the night and I was up every 2 minutes, but I think that was just because of where I am and just expecting something to happen, which I don't think it did. There was a few noises, everything's amplified. When I went to sleep with earplugs in and all sorts, and there was one noise through the night which I'll talk about later on, but it's funny when you're in a place like this, every noise you hear, you have to think about it rationally. And what was preying on my mind is I think I'm on the path. If you've listened to the podcast, there's a bit where they hear a dragging noise on a gravel path. Now, I know it's grass here now, but I think this is the path between the house and the river where they heard this strange gravel sound, dragging sound in the second visit. If you've listened to it, you'll know what I'm talking about. Anyway, I'm just going to chill for a bit longer, wait for daylight. Sunrise is about 7:30. So, yeah, it'll not be long before there's light and I feel safe enough to venture out again. Right, I'll speak to you. I'll bring you back in a wee while. Oh, right, that's me. Up. Looks like there might be some nice skies behind the camera. Might be a nice sunrise. But yeah, it's light. The tops of the mountains are clear. I don't know if you can make them out, but there's this lovely snow-capped mountains. And I slept pretty well. I didn't sleep well at all. I don't know what I'm talking about. I was going to say I slept pretty well. I didn't. I was actually surprised when morning came there, to be honest with you. And the noise that I heard in the night, I had this thing in my head about this gravel path and the dragging sounds, but I never heard anything like that. But at one point I was sure I heard a door, like a front door slam. I think it was maybe just me dreaming, to be honest with you, but who knows. Strange, and there was lots of rustling noise.
The sky rewards them with a rare display of aurora and meteor showers. Eventually, they retreat to their tents. But as they try to sleep, the strange energy of the place continues to linger. Unusual sounds throughout the night, dragging noises, possible footsteps, even what seems like wood being cut, interrupt their rest. Each of them experiences something, but in the moment, neither can be sure if it's real or imagined. When morning finally arrives, they're grateful to have made it through the night safely. Though neither can explain the noises with certainty, they agree that something felt off about the experience, something they couldn't quite explain, but also couldn't ignore. The isolated setting, coupled with the long history of paranormal reports at Lewis Belt, raises the possibility that what Billy and Ray experienced wasn't just coincidence. Sudden battery drain, unexplained sounds, and the feeling of being watched are all commonly reported symptoms in supposed hauntings. Could the ruins' location, far removed from the distractions of modern life, make such phenomena more noticeable? Or was it something else entirely? In places where the line between history and legend blurs, how much of what we experience is real, and how much is drawn out by fear? The final segment of the night features a chilling investigation by Franco TV, a YouTube channel dedicated to paranormal exploration and nighttime visits to allegedly haunted or abandoned places across the globe. This particular event took place on July 10, 2025. While navigating through shadowy mausoleums in the dead of night, Franco begins to hear unsettling cries and low moans echoing throughout the cemetery, sounds that seem to follow him. At one point, he spots a dark figure peeking at him from behind a doorway.
Hold on, I'm gonna switch to my regular camera. Hold right there. What the fuck is that down there? I don't see anything, but the the night vision is. It disappears with the IR, okay. What the hell is that? There's something black. Oh, this camera's getting wet, and I hope it doesn't mess up. Alright, I'm gonna see if I can make my way a little bit closer to it. There is something out there in the distance. This is how dark it is where I'm at right now. That's where I came from, was this area. See if it looks like it's moving. Look at that. What was that? Was that a person? Or was that something else? Alright, I'm gonna...
The head of the figure becomes momentarily visible before quickly vanishing again. Franco switches between his infrared night vision and standard camera to try and capture the presence.
There's something over here crying and I can't see with that light. Why are you crying? Can you tell me why you're crying? All I want to do is help you. Oh, I just heard a door. Is it okay if I could help you? Hola? I remember this. This only looks like it's locked from the last time. Oh, fuck. I just got a loud bang. This is freaking sketchy. Thing is that I don't like being in tight corners, and this whole area is tight. Is there somebody crying? That could probably be the wind, but it is freaking me out. I'm trying to see what the hell it is. I was hearing the creepiest thing with the crying going on. I heard it earlier before, and it was kind of traveling around through here, but that's the thing with this place, is that you'll hear sounds travel throughout the cemetery and kind of roam around, and then it'll disappear and happen in some other area. Or maybe it's still here. As long as it's not raining, I think I'm doing pretty good. But I really want to hear that again. There is something dangerous about this area. It's like one of the roofs are about to fall over and collapse on me. And this is the chapel area here, but this door is also locked. I can't make my way in there. This place would be nice too to get into. Make my way back. I can't go that way because further up there's a camera. And that'll get me in trouble. What is that? What the Hola? Shit, the noises are creeping me out.
When the figure disappears under infrared but remains visible with standard optics, he grows visibly concerned. He slowly approaches, hoping to get a clearer look at whatever, or whoever, is in the distance. As the rain starts to fall and visibility worsens, Franco moves deeper into the cemetery, where the sounds continue, persistent, eerie, and mobile. He hears what resembles crying again and calls out, hoping for a response.
Hola! There's somebody inside the room. Hola? Something literally just stuck out through here. What is that noise? I literally just heard a weird noise on the outside. Hola? What? Something just shut the door. I had literally seen what looked like a black head stick outside the room just staring at me. What the? What? What the? And then it just kind of swooped inside, and then it was gone. I seen it. I got it on the night vision as well. And it was looking at me right from these doors. 100%, I thought it was a person that's just living in here, getting out of the rain. I already came across two people, which one of them could have been security and another one could have been someone else, which sound like voices, during the live stream that I just recorded live. I just heard laughing outside. Listen, I 100% heard laughing just now. Are you laughing at me? If whatever I seen sticking its head out just sticks its head out again. I know you guys are probably like, how the freak is he going in there? I have my hand on my knife. It's right over here in my book bag. So I'm ready to just whip this thing out. And it's a fast swipe out too. It just takes 2 seconds. Just instantly, once I'm in trouble and I need help, there it is, done, gone. Should have been a lot more smoother than that. That was kind of embarrassing. Now I'm gonna have a hard time trying to put this thing back. So it is raining really, really, really bad outside. And I'm using a different camera because the audio sounds horrible on my night vision because it's really like sound sensitive. But look at this. This has been going crazy since the rain picked up. I don't know if it has to do with the rain or anything. Let me know in the comments below. But it's just going off like crazy. Mind you, there's no electricity in this room, no nothing. And it's kind of hard because I can't really hear sounds outside. I just hear rain. So bear with me. I got to wait till the rain settles a little bit, but this is pretty bad. Oh, look, it just looks like it stopped. Nope, it's back again.
He hears a loud bang shortly after, and the atmosphere becomes increasingly tense. He makes his way toward a locked chapel but cannot enter. Still, the sound of crying seems to move throughout the area, appearing to come from different directions. Franco notes that in this cemetery, sounds often seem to travel unnaturally, appearing in one spot, then another, almost as if they're circling him. Moments later, a loud door slam echoes through the air. The audio captures it clearly. Franco tries to explain it away as the wind, but the repeated sounds, especially the crying, convince him something else might be present. While continuing his exploration, he spots the same dark head reappear behind a doorway, staring directly at him. Before he can react, it ducks back inside. Franco reviews the footage and confirms it was caught on camera, a shadowy head staring at him through a crack in the doors. He considers the possibility that someone may be hiding inside to escape the rain, especially since he previously encountered two individuals earlier, one possibly a security guard, the other unclear. As the rain intensifies, Franco takes cover inside one of the buildings. Suddenly, his EMF reader begins to spike erratically. There's no electricity in the room, and he's unsure whether it's reacting to the environment or something else entirely. The device flashes and beeps unpredictably as he waits for the storm to pass. He questions whether the rain might be triggering it, though even he seems unconvinced. Later, the black figure is seen again, this time briefly leaning out from a doorway. Its movement appears deliberate, calculated, far more human than ghost-like. Franco, on high alert, keeps one hand near his knife, just in case this isn't paranormal at all. Although some elements, like the crying and slamming doors, may seem supernatural, the recurring figure spotted watching Franco from doorways suggests a physical presence. The way it moved and appeared to track him feels more like a person intentionally hiding rather than an apparition. Still, the EMF spikes and chilling audio raise questions that are harder to explain away. Was Franco truly alone in that cemetery? Or did something or someone decide to silently follow him through the night? Let us know what you think in the comments.
It is, but oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, we told them to come back up. Oh my gosh.
Tonight, we look at 6 disturbing camping encounters caught on camera. Real moments, real danger. Don't forget to subscribe for more terrifying footage like this. Let's begin. This lesser-known channel has only uploaded 3 videos so far. Each one follows the same format. Solo treasure hunting, no voiceover, just raw footage of what's discovered along the way. But despite being new, the very first video made quite an impression. While metal detecting in a remote forest area, the creator stumbled across something unexpected, a lone backpack resting in the middle of the woods. Curious, he picked it up. After all, it's not every day you find something like that in such an isolated spot. Inside were 2 tightly sealed trash bags, and what they contained was far beyond ordinary. Hidden within were bundles of cocaine, a firearm wrapped in cloth, a stash of diamonds, and a stack of cash. The contents strongly suggested a connection to serious criminal activity, likely someone involved in the drug trade, who had hidden their valuables deep in the woods, assuming it was safe from discovery. Finding something like this could be either incredibly fortunate or deeply unlucky, because if the person who hid it decides to come back, they probably won't be pleased to find it disturbed. What makes the situation more unsettling is that the creator never contacted authorities. Instead, he chose to tamper with the evidence and leave it behind. For something this serious, that kind of decision raises more questions than answers. Some viewers speculate that the whole thing might have been staged for attention. It's rare and risky for someone to casually tear open bags filled with illegal substances, especially on camera. On the other hand, if it was real, then the creator may have unknowingly put himself in serious danger. Was this a genuine criminal stash discovered by chance, or just a carefully planned piece of content made to go viral? Either way, one thing's certain: something this shocking isn't easily forgotten. Hold on a sec. If you're enjoying this so far, make sure to hit that subscribe button. Let's continue. In June 2017, Cindy was on a birthday trip with her family to the Grand Canyon, soaking in the stunning scenery. Like most parts of the canyon, the area was protected by safety railings due to its steep and dangerous cliffs. While enjoying the view, she noticed a barefoot man nearby who appeared to be under the influence. Instead of staying safely behind the barrier, he climbed over it and began walking along the exposed edge of the canyon.
He should come back. Is there anybody that works here? What?
Oh, do not have to get out though. I'm good. Okay. I have to get back up though. That's the issue.
It's going back, man.
Just come back.
Oh yeah, I'll come back sometime. Oh, this is fucking beautiful.
It is, but...
Despite people urging him to step back to safety, he continued along the ledge, seemingly unfazed by the danger. Moments later, he reportedly muttered something troubling before losing his balance. In an instant, he slipped and plummeted off the side of the cliff, right before the eyes of stunned onlookers.
Oh shit, is he okay? Wait. Oh no, No, don't look. Oh my god. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, we told him to come back up. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. We need a call. You have your phone. Get your phone.
Helicopter is out.
Give me a call. Oh my gosh.
Dumbass.
Oh my god, baby girl.
Back in.
Oh my gosh. He's not moving, huh? He's not moving. Hello? Hello? Oh my gosh. Hello?
Panic followed as witnesses scrambled to call emergency services. A helicopter rescue team was quickly dispatched to the scene. Miraculously, the man survived. His fall was broken just before a second drop, one that would have certainly been fatal. However, his recovery was far from easy. He spent 2 months in a coma, suffering from sepsis due to infections in both of his collapsed lungs. Though he eventually regained mental clarity, his memory remains inconsistent. Some speculate that the man may have underestimated the risk in a moment of impulsiveness, possibly amplified by intoxication. Others see it as a symptom of the growing trend of thrill-seeking behavior in tourist spots, where social media validation can outweigh common sense. Was it a reckless act fueled by alcohol, or a deeper cry for attention gone too far? Either way, one thing is certain. No view is worth risking your life over, especially when the safest vantage point is just a few feet away. The following footage comes from a remote, snow-covered region of Romania. 2 cousins were out driving along an icy back road when their vehicle got stuck in the snow. The one filming, who also happens to run the channel, began recording the moment, partly to poke fun at his cousin's driving skills. At first, everything seemed lighthearted, but as the camera rolled, something unexpected appeared in the distance.
I'm a day. Da.
Чуваку. Ce-a fost aia?
Barely noticeable at first, a figure stood silently among the trees, upright, motionless, and clearly watching them. As soon as it seemed to realize it had been seen, the figure suddenly turned and ran into the forest, leaving the pair stunned and genuinely unsettled. Their reaction wasn't over the top or exaggerated, which added to the authenticity of the moment. Whatever they saw, it wasn't part of the plan. Could this have been a rare encounter with the elusive creature known in folklore as Bigfoot? While it's possible the figure was a person in a costume, the setting, weather conditions, and spontaneous nature of the video make staging less likely, though not impossible. So what exactly did they capture on film that day? A prank gone unnoticed by one cousin? Or did they unknowingly record something that's managed to stay hidden in Romania's wilderness for decades? This footage comes from Ethan Price Outdoors, a YouTube channel dedicated to fishing, outdoor exploration, and small river adventures, often filmed in scenic, rural parts of the Midwest United States. On August 10, 2020, the creator and his father were fishing a remote creek in Illinois. The outing started off peaceful. The two made steady progress, landing multiple smallmouth bass and enjoying the tranquility of the landscape. The sound of running water, the shade from overhanging trees, and the occasional excitement of a strong catch. They even noted how surprisingly productive the spot was, with a mix of lures working better than expected. It was a calm, wholesome day of father-son bonding in nature, until everything changed. Without warning.
That's cool. You can still see it swimming too, going downstream. Wow. Okay, so there's a few nice ones in here. All right, back on that grind. All I know is I don't have to pay the tolls.
That's all right. You can fill the gas tank.
That's all right. I'll fill it. Because this was 100% my idea. I do like fishing in the shade though. That is nice. I would say that this direction was a much better idea than the other direction. There's one. Another little smallmouth. I probably would have skipped over this spot if you wouldn't have stopped here. Yeah, that's the plan. Maybe do that in April. There's another little smallie. There's a good one. Oh, that is a good fish. That is a nice bass. Nice smallie. There we go. Oh no! Yeah, that was probably another one that was around 13, 14 inch range. I can't believe these things are working. Sometimes you got to go back to the basics, I guess. These are the OG lures. That is a ginormous creek chub. There were 3 of them going for it, but I thought it was a smallie, or I'd have not been wasting my time on them. You know it's a big creek chub when you can lift the thing. Holy smokers. There he goes. Best catch of the day.
A man approached them on an ATV and accused them of trespassing. The mood quickly shifted.
Oh, you did not. You went under me. You're good. You gonna catch that fish? Where's your gun range? That scared the crap out of me. Well, that's the first. Well, I guess. Well, good luck. There's no service. That's probably why they're shooting guns. And what are you gonna do? Shoot us? Well, those gunshots, I'm assuming, were the grumpy guy that came down here and told us to beat it. So apparently, you can own the river, and he's calling the police. So no big deal. We were backing out anyways. We're like 2 miles from the truck. So hopefully the police meet us there. We'll see. It'll be good either way. Hey, catching any? A few. It's a little slow, but caught any big ones? Really? Wow, we even fished that. Be careful, there's some clown up there shooting and screaming at people. Apparently we're trespassing if we're in the river. He called the police, or he said he was going to, so.
How far up?
Probably a mile.
Probably no more than that.
There's a sign on a tree to the left. We thought it said gun range, but apparently it says, like, we'll shoot you if you come here, so.
Well, aren't people floating the river?
I don't know. Yeah, good luck, man. There's a good one. Stay on, stay on. As soon as it hit the water, slammed it. There's a pretty little smallmouth on our way back. Kind of right off that boulder out there. Another little small.
Moments later, gunshots rang out in their direction, shattering the peace. Looking toward the riverbank, they saw 3 individuals standing there, one of whom was shouting and visibly agitated. The men claimed they owned the creek, though it was unclear whether the area was private or public. Not wanting to escalate the situation, the YouTuber and his father decided to leave immediately and make their way back to their vehicle, still several miles away. Along the way, they encountered others who had also heard the commotion, further deepening the confusion about land ownership in the area. Despite finishing the day with a few more fish, the encounter left a lasting impact. A relaxing fishing trip had nearly turned into something far more dangerous. The situation highlights the legal gray areas that can exist in rural regions, especially around waterways. In some states, streams and creeks can pass through private land, leading to conflict. But resorting to gunfire as a means of enforcement is reckless and unlawful. Whether the men truly owned that stretch of creek or not, the aggressive response was disproportionate. Would you return to a place like that, knowing someone might be waiting with a weapon? And if this happened to you, alone, deep in the woods, how would you respond? On February 28, 2025, YouTuber Mo Sarge uploaded a solo camping video filmed deep within the Canadian wilderness. It was meant to be another peaceful overnight trip, a remote location surrounded by dense forests, far from civilization. But as the video unfolds, the tone gradually shifts from serene to unsettling.
Truly nowhere. I'm listening in right now. I just heard. It sounded like a woman screaming. Yeah, that was weird. Wasn't even recording. I'm just walking, and it sounded like a woman, like actually screaming like she needed help. It's hard to hear with this thick hat on. That was like really, really scary.
While hiking to a fort he had previously started building, Mo reported hearing what sounded like a woman screaming. At first, he dismissed it as wildlife, but then he stumbled across something unusual.
I still need about probably another half an hour to get to the campsite. And by campsite, I mean the place where I was trying to build like a fort. Oh, what the fuck? Somebody lost a jacket. How do you lose a jacket out here? Hello? Doesn't it look like someone got like pushed or something? It looks like somebody got pushed here. It's like a woman's jacket. Yeah, it's a winter jacket. It's a nice one too. What the hell? Somebody dropped their jacket. And look at this. Yeah, it looks like somebody like fell here. This is like a little bridge. I wonder if somebody under the bridge. Hello? Nope. Yeah, it looks like somebody fell. Yeah, it looks like a big scuffle. Like it literally looks like a big scuffle happened. I wonder if that was... No, I don't think so. I'm trying to think here. I'm like, I wonder if that was like the scream that I heard. I'm gonna leave this hanging. Maybe somebody fell and then they just left without their jacket. I'm gonna leave it hanging right here. That's weird. Such a weird thing to find in the cold winter.
A winter jacket lying on the ground, partially buried in the snow, torn and out of place. The area around the jacket showed signs of a struggle. Snow was disturbed, and a small footbridge nearby looked as if someone had fallen or been pushed. There was no one in sight. Mo decided to leave the jacket hanging nearby in case someone returned to retrieve it. Continuing his trek through the snow, Mo planned to camp for the night. He brought food, a small grill, and basic supplies, but remained distracted by what he'd found.
And it's just, I'm not liking this adventure. This is probably one of the worst ones today. It's just the snow is too deep, and it's, I should have known better than to come here. But it's okay. I've got a lot of work cut out for me. The plan is to camp out and make some food. I got a mini grill, got a couple of steaks for the night, and I got a sleeping bag in my big bag. Little tiny shovel for me to clear some snow. Only one bottle of water, which I need more than life itself right now. Gonna try and fly my drone. I'm hearing airplanes above. Hopefully this ain't a no-fly zone, because I really want to see if there's somebody out here, because I've been hearing someone screaming. Unless it's just somebody messing around. But if there is someone out here, I bet you anything that jacket that I found probably belongs to them. SD card file system error. Of course, there's always something wrong. Of course, anytime I come here, there's always something wrong. Like, I'm not even making this up. SD card error. Like, why? What is wrong with this SD card? It's a brand new SD card. Yeah, let me just show you guys like how vast this forest is. Like, it is massive, and I'm hiking all through this. This is where I am right now. Like, I'm in the middle of this. Holy moly. But I don't, like, there's nothing that's gonna catch my eye right now. Let's see.
Max altitude reached.
Yeah, it doesn't look like there's anybody out here. I mean, that doesn't mean that there isn't. I just can't see them on the drone. All right, well, whatever, man. I'm just gonna start cleaning up this fort, clean the snow around, and get my shelter ready for tonight. Make a fire and everything. I gotta collect fire. Well, I mean, there's a lot of firewood. I think I can get it going. So yeah, I will see you guys back. Whew. Okay, that was loud. That sounded like it was close by.
Max altitude reached.
Come on, come down, you stupid drone. That sounded like somebody was nearby.
Landing.
Yeah, that was someone definitely screaming. Yet again. I need to go and investigate that. If somebody is actually out here and they do need help, then let's do our part and help them out. I'm gonna leave this for now and go and see if this lady actually needs help. Came from this area, which obviously is where the creepy haunted dolls are. Hello, ladies. Have you heard of a screaming woman out here? This is so creepy. I hate coming here. Let's keep moving. Oh, Jesus. Jeez, that scared the crap out of me.
He launched a drone to scan the surrounding forest from above, hoping to spot signs of life, but found nothing. Just as he resumed preparing camp, another loud sound echoed nearby, loud enough to draw concern.
Yeah, guys, I just got back to my car, and this guy was just standing on the trail, smoking a cigarette, and he looked really, really stressed and pissed off. but I don't see a woman anywhere. There's another guy behind me here, but he literally just rolled in. But this guy in the white car looked very fucking suspicious, so I started recording him. Like, he was just standing there looking like he's waiting on someone, and there's literally no one else here. So I don't know, I think this might be our guy. I have no proof of it, but he just looked like he was very pissed. And when I was walking out the trail, he was just walking very, very slowly, like he had just done something wrong. Why is this guy like circling my car? That's weird. Maybe this is our guy. What's he doing? What the hell is Buddy doing? Buddy, what are you doing, buddy? Buddy, what are you doing? What the hell is he doing? Oh, he's cleaning up some garbage. Okay, that's nice of him. Or evidence. He just picked up a beer can. Okay, Buddy's not our perp here. I still think it's this dude in the white car. Now he's just sitting there. His car's not even running. It's cold outside. Yeah, no joke, guys. When I was walking out almost near the parking lot, I ran into this guy that was smoking a cigarette, which I told you guys back there I smelled cigarettes, right? And he was just standing literally in the middle of the way, not moving, nothing. And I think I got a recording of him doing that. And then he started going when he realized I was behind him, but he was walking very, very slowly. Almost like in a manner where he had just done something wrong. But there's no woman out here. So I got his plates, C918 Honda Civic. I got his plates, just in case. I think I got his face. I don't know how clear that camera was. I'm gonna drive by him right now and see if there's a woman in the vehicle. It's probably like the best thing to do. All right, here we go. I'm so nervous right now. Let's see if there's a woman in the vehicle, yeah? Yeah, I don't see a woman in the car. What's he doing? He's got clothes back there. Oh, that's weird. Why is Buddy over here running away now? That's so weird. This guy came, picked up a can, and just left. Oh, he's pulling out. Bro, is this guy gonna follow me? I'm gonna pull back in and try to record him. I feel like this may be our guy, to be honest. Yeah, I'm gonna go back in. Oh wait, he just changed. What the hell? All right, now I look suspicious to him. He just changed where he was parked when that guy left, took off running. What the f is going on around here? Like, actually. So here's what's gonna happen. I don't see a woman anywhere, but it looks like there's a car that maybe crashed, or maybe it's her car. Maybe something happened. What the hell happened here? Oh, is that a woman? Oh my God, that's a woman on the phone. Oh, maybe something happened to her, but she had clothes on her. I'm going back. This is crazy. Like, I'm telling you guys, like, this just happened. Like, something literally just happened. I gotta figure out what it is. Let's see if we can get a shot of her face. She's sitting in the tow truck passenger side. Like, her car, maybe it's just a coincidence that there's somebody broken. Yeah, that is a woman. Hi, are you okay? What the f? Okay, I'm like, this is f***ed up. Dude sitting there in the parking lot. I'm recording this for the cops. Like, something just went down. The parking lot is literally right there, guys. Dude's sitting there. It doesn't make any sense. It really doesn't make any sense. He's still sitting there. Hold on. Let's see if I can get a glimpse of him. I'm literally gonna sit here and watch this shit. Okay, so here's what's gonna happen. I'm gonna call the cops, and I'm gonna tell them what I found. I'm gonna send them my footage. If that is the woman, she's okay. And she's wearing clothes somehow. Maybe the tow truck guy gave her clothes, I don't know. That guy looked fucking shady, I'm telling you. He looked fucking shady. My blood is literally boiling right now. Like, I'm really pissed off.
As he investigated further, he found a scarf partially frozen in the snow, stained with what appeared to be dried blood. The unsettling discoveries, paired with the continued distant noises, turned his wilderness retreat into something far more disturbing. Eventually, Mo returned to the parking lot, and that's when things took another strange turn. A man was seen standing alone on the trail, smoking, appearing tense and agitated. Another individual soon appeared and picked up a beer can before walking away. The first man remained parked in a white car, not running the engine despite freezing temperatures. Mo grew suspicious, particularly after noting the man's slow, almost hesitant movements, as if something was weighing on him. Moments later, Mo spotted a woman in the passenger seat of a tow truck nearby. She was on the phone, dressed, and seemingly unharmed. But Mo couldn't confirm if she was connected to the jacket and scarf he'd discovered earlier in the woods. He captured footage of the individuals and their vehicles, submitted the recordings to the authorities, and hoped the woman was safe. However, once the video resumes at home, Mo shares that he never received confirmation about what actually happened. To this day, no official update has ever clarified what unfolded in those woods, or who left those items behind. Some speculate that Mo may have inadvertently arrived at the scene of an emergency just after it occurred, or perhaps even something darker. The blood-stained scarf, the sounds of screaming, and the suspicious behavior of nearby individuals raise more questions than answers. But without a clear link between the woman seen later and the clues found earlier, the case remains open-ended. Was Mo simply in the wrong place at the wrong time? Or did he stumble into something far more sinister? Could the woman have escaped from something, or someone, just minutes before he arrived? Sort of Interesting is a YouTube channel known for its laid-back, cozy approach to wild and stealth camping. Most videos feature peaceful solo outings, gear reviews, and gentle commentary that captures the relaxing side of outdoor life. But on this occasion, what began as a calm solo trip took an unexpected and unnerving turn.
Already today, everything's soaking on the ground. It's forecast 50% chance of rain for every hour until 9 AM tomorrow. My shoes are literally falling apart around my feet, and I couldn't set out until after it had got dark. This sounds like the recipe of a fantastic first ever solo wild camp. I'm Dan Brown, and let's just go and enjoy some nice peaceful calm time in the hills. My backpack for the trip was around 8 kilograms. I packed everything on the inside rather than having the camping rolls on the outside like I normally would, just to be a little bit more low-key and stealthy. I have actually got a backup battery to recharge my head torch and my phone and stuff. However, I'm going to keep my head torch on relatively low settings.
The creator, Dan, set out on what was meant to be his first true solo wild camp. The weather wasn't ideal. Heavy rain earlier in the day had left the ground soaked, and forecasts predicted a 50% chance of rain every hour through the night. Despite worn-out gear and soggy terrain, he pressed on, aiming to enjoy some solitude in the hills. To conserve power, he kept his headlamp on a low setting during the hike, which, combined with the dense woods and his heavy backpack, made progress slow. He mentioned feeling uneasy as dim lighting played tricks on his eyes and ears. Eventually, he stopped to rest and considered cooking a meal using his portable stove.
So I've been walking for about an hour at this point, and it really is amazing the difference that the backpack has made. And also the fact that I'm using a much dimmer light is starting to make me think I'm sure I can hear stuff and see little flashes and that. I'm sure I can't, but I can't be sure in here where I need to be. So yeah, quick backpack rest, and then we're gonna get, in fact I might get the stove out now, find a spot on the way ahead.
But when he briefly switched his light to full beam to scout for a flat rock, things changed.
Get some spooky footage. Dim lights only now. Just shining the torch around on full beam, showing like the woods to the camera. Some car somewhere on a road up there stopped, and I swear a torch shone into the trees, obviously from well above my head, but it's just it spooked me a bit. Oh man, my heart is going. I swear the car that I just mentioned pulled up and somebody has got out. I don't know if it's just coincidence. I'm trying to tell myself that, but I am really, oh my goodness me. I know. This isn't fun, this. I am so stupid. I am the stupidest person. I don't know if you can see that they are literally scanning up and down. Can you see this on the ground? They're literally looking straight at me. I know. I don't know what to do. I'm literally crouched. I'm sat on the ground. Right, put the camera off. After a while, they finally left, and so I stayed hanging around in the woods for a good while after, just to make sure everybody was definitely gone.
Far up on a road above the woods, a car appeared to slow down, and moments later, a flashlight beam swept through the trees, scanning the forest. It wasn't just a glance. The light lingered and searched, eventually pointing directly at his location. Whether it was a coincidence or something more intentional wasn't clear, but the situation quickly escalated in tension. He immediately turned off his light and dropped to the ground, hiding silently as the flashlight continued to sweep the forest. After a prolonged wait in silence and darkness, the vehicle finally departed. Dan remained in place a while longer, making sure the person was truly gone, before choosing to leave and hike away in the opposite direction, a decision likely made out of caution. There are a few possible explanations for what happened. The driver may have seen a light deep in the woods and grown curious, perhaps thinking it was something strange or supernatural, or they may have believed someone was lost and needed help. But there's also the more unsettling possibility that someone spotted a lone camper and had more sinister intentions. Whatever the case, it's a reminder of how vulnerable you can be when camping alone in isolated places. What would you have done in that moment? Hide, confront, or flee? That's all.
What's this? Like bloody tracks of some sort. I actually don't even think it was a big... Check this out. Isn't it incredible?
Tonight, we look at 6 disturbing camping encounters caught on camera. Real moments, real danger. Don't forget to subscribe for more terrifying footage like this. Let's begin. In January 2025, a solo backpacker from the YouTube channel Nomad Unknown set off on her first journey of the year, venturing alone into one of the most notorious stretches of wilderness in Arizona. Her channel, typically filled with serene trail footage and informative narration, had never captured anything quite like this. What began as a peaceful, well-planned hike through sun-scorched canyons and dry riverbeds quickly gave way to something far more unsettling.
Water rolling down my face. It's not tears, it's sweat. I already had to stop and layer down and lather up on the sunscreen. I'm trying to wear like sun shirts and things like that to protect my skin, but it's just too hot for that. I can't breathe. And I'm gonna get a heat-related illness. There's the parking lot down there. Just did a nice hearty climb to start with on the Bluff Spring Trail. And looks like I've crested this ridge. And let's find out. Unfortunately, the map I have is not in tremendous detail. It was the smallest scale map I could find at 1 to 70, but actually I think it's 1 to 60. I had to search pretty hard for that one. And on this route that I'm doing also does not exist as a ready-made route or already uploaded route on all trails. So I am just following my mapped route.
The desert was quiet, eerily so. The only sounds were the crunch of her boots on gravel and the whisper of wind through brittle brush. As she followed the trail deeper into the canyon, something odd caught her attention.
What is this? Like bloody tracks of some sort. Well, I should definitely follow them. Of course, they're leading in the other direction. Is there a crime scene up here? Weird. Don't see an origin. Oh, here's more. Okay. Through here. Let's see. Okay, they continue. Let's follow. That's a long way. Okay. It's up there. Actually, there are still some faint signs of blood along the trail here. Nothing here. Oh, there's some rock right there where my head shadow is. There we go.
A dark streak smeared across a rock. Then another. Faint paw prints veered off the path, disappearing into the scrub. She paused, crouching to examine them. Her tone remained calm, reasoning it was likely a predator, maybe a mountain lion or coyote, dragging prey through the area. Still, something about it lingered in her mind. Later that afternoon, she pitched her tent near a spring, a rare source of water in the dry expanse. As the sun began to dip, the air seemed to shift.
Not gonna lie, I'm feeling a little nervous about this camp. Yeah, I just feel a little uneasy about it. Maybe it's just been such a long time since I've camped out in a tent in a place that I'm not familiar with, that the feeling is coming from that, but also part of my logical mind just reasons that, you know, I'm here because of the proximity to water, and the wild animals that live in this area have the same interest. And when I first got here, I heard some rustling of what I'll say is a mammal up the hill just away. And yeah, it makes me nervous. I mean, this is definitely an established campsite for humans, but also just in the tree right above my tent is bird feathers. And looks like something happened to the bird. And I didn't discover that until after I just finished setting up the tent. But whether I'm right here or over there, I don't know that it makes much of a difference. And there's also an odor. I don't know if somebody just didn't handle their business properly and did it too close to camp, or I don't know if I'm smelling an animal or something, but I'm a little bit disturbed. But this is where I'm camping for tonight, so time to suck it up, buttercup, you know? Hey! Get out of here! Get out of here! Okay, whatever that is, it is not intimidated by me, and I can't see anything, but I can hear it, and hopefully you can hear it too, to know I'm not crazy. I got 1 liter of water. I'm getting out of here. I'm not staying here tonight. Are you freaking kidding me? It's not even dark yet. Right, I'm out of here. Yeah. I'm not trying to be dramatic, I swear. Like, I heard some stuff when I first got there, and I figured I had scared it away. And even though it smelled weird and I was feeling nervous, I was like, mind over matter, it's fine, you're fine, just tell yourself you're fine. I got about 1 liter of water out of that spring. I don't think I'm being stalked. I actually don't even think it was a big... Okay, I'm still paranoid. Actually, I don't even think it was a big cat. No, I'm not paranoid. That's fresh scat.
It felt thicker, charged. A sharp, metallic scent hung low, and when she looked up, she noticed scattered feathers clinging to the branches above her camp. Then came the sound. Faint at first. A steady rustle in the brush. It didn't fade. It didn't retreat. It circled. At some point, her instincts took over. She didn't wait for nightfall. She grabbed her pack, broke camp in silence, and walked away, never once looking back. Some viewers believe she unknowingly camped near a fresh kill, and the mountain lion responsible had returned. Others aren't so sure. They point to the feathers, the smell, the silence, and something more elusive, something older, stranger. In the Superstition Mountains, not everything that stalks you leaves footprints, and many wonder, what might have happened if she had stayed just 1 more hour? Hold on a sec. If you're enjoying this so far, make sure to hit that subscribe button. Let's continue. Sean, the explorer behind a popular UK-based camping channel, is known for his peaceful solo journeys into nature. His content typically highlights quiet forests, remote landscapes, and the solitude of van life. But in February 2024, one of his trips turned into something far more unsettling.
I mean, I am parked on the side of a road. I have parked across from a bit of a clearing. After last week's video where I had a little bit of aggro, I decided this week I'm just going to come out in the middle of nowhere so that I can have a little bit of downtime.
On this particular outing, Sean had chosen a remote roadside clearing, surrounded by thick woodland, hoping for a quiet night after experiencing some tension on a previous trip. He spent a few hours hiking in the nearby forest, then returned to his van, ready to relax.
I think I'm just going to go to bed. Cozy. All being well, I'll see you in the morning. Good night. A car's just pulled up, and it sounds like they're walking around the van.
Later that evening, after one final walk, he climbed into the van, settled in, and signed off for the night, expecting nothing more than a peaceful sleep. But around 3 a.m., he was suddenly awakened by the sound of an approaching vehicle. Listening closely, he realized someone had pulled up nearby, and footsteps began circling his van. Alarmed, he peeked through the curtains, catching a glimpse of individuals moving outside before they quickly returned to their car and sped away. The incident was disturbing, but it wasn't until morning that the true nature of what happened became clear.
My door's stuck. What the actual... See that?
As Sean tried to exit his van the next day, he found the door wouldn't budge. It was jammed. Forcing it open, he discovered the reason. Someone had zip-tied the handles from the outside. Heavy-duty plastic ties had been wrapped tightly around the door mechanisms, effectively locking him inside. Upon further inspection, the rear doors had also been tampered with. The same zip ties fastened across the handles. Whoever had approached the van in the night had clearly intended to restrict his movement. Why someone would do this remained unclear. Sean speculated it could have been an attempt at theft, perhaps targeting his fuel supply, or maybe a warning from locals who didn't appreciate overnight visitors. Another possibility, someone was simply trying to frighten him for their own amusement. Whatever the motive, the encounter was enough to shake anyone. The use of zip ties suggests premeditation. This wasn't a random act. It's possible the individuals were testing how Sean would react, or worse, preparing to escalate further if he hadn't noticed in time. The fact that they fled once he stirred indicates they were not expecting him to be alert, or that they weren't prepared for confrontation. Was it a prank, a theft attempt, or something more sinister left unfinished? And more importantly, what might have happened if he hadn't woken up? Nick and Julie are typically known for their peaceful truck camping experiences. Calm journeys focused on nature, rest, and slow adventure. But their visit to Kentucky's Red River Gorge took an unexpected turn, standing out starkly from the rest of their content. The day began normally.
Hi guys! Welcome to a new video. We're in the Red River Gorge in Kentucky, heading up to the natural bridge on their skylift. This is so cool. I like this hike up to the bridge. We just came from all the way back there.
This is way more than 100 feet.
This must be the top of the natural bridge, and there's no fencing or anything. And it's actually pretty slippery because it's sandstone.
Yeah, there's
no railing, nothing.
You just slide off.
I did not know that this was Kentucky.
Yeah. I don't travel Kentucky much.
No. Wow. think this is called the fat man squeeze. Probably try sideways.
Sideways?
No?
Take my backpack off. This is crazy. I'm not even fat.
Oh, wow.
With a scenic ride up the skylift to the natural bridge, one of the area's most iconic formations.
Going from the skylift down, we actually get a reveal of the giant arch, the giant natural bridge here. Check this out. Isn't that incredible? So this Red River Gorge has a lot of natural formations. I think over 100 natural arches and natural bridges like this. And this one is one of the biggest ones, one of the most popular ones.
That's kind of humongous.
It is 65 feet tall and 75 feet across. That's incredible that this is just natural like that. So beautiful.
It's a pizza oven. Yeah, there will be a pizza oven. Make a fire in there. Put your pizza.
For sure.
Pizza here.
Yeah.
That's it.
You must be hungry. Looks so pretty along the trail. We took the skylift on the way up and we're hiking down. I think that was definitely a good idea because it's pretty steep. I feel like you get the best of both worlds.
Yeah, it smells
It's
good.
a beautiful hike too.
It smells really good here.
And it's a little bit easier going down than up, so.
Oh, yeah.
Wow.
You can smell the pine.
Can't believe the rhododendrons are still in bloom up here. We're in July already and they're still blooming.
The sandstone arch offered breathtaking views and steep trails, and the couple documented their hike as they made their way down through the blooming forest. By late afternoon, they returned to their vehicle and began looking for a place to camp. Armed with a valid permit, they ventured deeper into the Daniel Boone National Forest. Eventually, they came upon a remote clearing near a creek, seemingly secluded and serene. The sun was beginning to set, and all they could hear were birds and the gentle sound of running water. But as they began setting up camp, signs of prior activity caught their attention.
We haven't seen anyone around yet, but some things are kind of sketchy around here. First of all, there's a bottle of alcohol in the tree. And then there's a bunch of gun shells. There's a shotgun shell. There's a gun cartridge there. There's some broken glass. There's another gun cartridge. When we were driving in, we broke our V-boost antenna. Probably got snagged on a tree branch or something. I'm feeling creeped out right now.
Yeah, I think so.
People sometimes come here to party and shoot guns or something, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah, and they drive four-wheelers and stuff.
Yeah, this is all like
tire tracks and
mud, so hopefully it'll be a quiet night.
it should be. We've been here for like an hour. There's nobody driving.
Scattered around the area were spent shotgun shells, broken glass, and discarded alcohol containers, some of which were tucked into tree hollows. Deep tire tracks suggested that off-road vehicles had torn through the spot recently. It wasn't what they expected from such a remote location, but with no one around, they decided to stay for the night. That changed quickly. While preparing dinner, the situation took a disturbing turn.
While we were making dinner, some like 2 4-wheelers drove up from the woods, and they kind of just like parked in front of our truck and camper, and they just stood there for about like, how long do you think it was? Like a good 20 minutes.
Yeah.
So we're not sure what that was all about.
Yeah, they already left, but I don't know if I want to stay here. I don't know.
Yeah,
I don't think it's worth the risk or whatever, just in case.
Yeah, we're not sure what it was all about.
Yeah.
If it was just, they're just standing there for no reason, or if they just don't want people staying here.
Who
or,
knows?
Yeah, I'm
Yeah,
not
they
sure.
didn't say anything. They just parked in front of the truck.
Yeah, so it's
for
kind of
20
weird.
minutes.
There's no service here.
Yeah.
And it's just in the middle of the woods. There's no one here, so we don't know what that was all about.
I think it's best to just pack up and leave at this point, just in case. Who knows? Better be safe than sorry.
Yeah.
So we're going to clean up our stuff and head out. Oh, too bad. It's all right. Whatever.
Yeah.
All right, well, we're going to be heading out, but thank you guys for watching this video.
Two individuals on four-wheelers emerged from the woods and stopped directly in front of the couple's truck and camper. They didn't speak, didn't wave. They simply stood there for nearly 20 minutes in silence. With no cell service and no one nearby, the tension became unbearable. Nick and Julie chose not to take any chances. They packed their things and drove off into the night, abandoning their plans to stay. No threats were made, no words exchanged, but the unspoken discomfort was enough. This wasn't a case of casual curiosity or a misunderstanding. It was something harder to define, an atmosphere that warned them to leave. The encounter may have been nothing more than an awkward misunderstanding or the presence of locals who felt territorial. But the signs, ammo, alcohol, and silent intimidation, suggest a different possibility, that the area was frequented by people not wanting company or attention. With no way to communicate or ask for help, Nick and Julie made the right call by trusting their instincts. What would you have done in their situation? Was this an innocent coincidence, or something more deliberate and threatening? Let us know your thoughts in the comments. Uploaded on July 7th, 2025, this footage comes from a brand new channel, one that appears to be documenting someone's early steps into the world of solo forest exploration. According to the video description, the plan was simple: a short nighttime walk to try out new gear, grab a few shots, and head back. But what the camera ended up capturing was anything but routine. The clip begins with dim footage from a flashlight weaving through dense trees. There's no music, no voiceover, only the crunch of leaves underfoot and the occasional snap of a branch from somewhere beyond the light. The woods feel suffocating, silent, and too still. Then, something changes.
Just gonna ignore that. There's the next path. Here it is. Just gonna have to cross over this. The fuck? Just a minute. I saw something. I'm just scared, guys. What's that? Okay. Definitely hearing things.
A pair of glowing eyes catches the beam of light from the camera. Faint, far away, but unmistakable. The figure doesn't move. There's no sound, no reaction. It simply stands there, upright, watching. The uploader doesn't zoom in or approach. Instead, they whisper into the darkness, unsure of what they're seeing. They later describe the shape as humanoid, tall, motionless, and oddly proportioned, something that didn't quite resemble an animal. Visibly shaken, they retreat, and the footage ends shortly after. The chilling part isn't just what was seen, it's how it was seen. There's no dramatization, no editing, no jump scares. Just raw footage from someone who clearly wasn't expecting to witness anything out of the ordinary. Could this have been a prank? Another person in the woods? Or perhaps a curious animal caught at the perfect angle? Maybe, but the upright posture, the silence, and the total stillness don't fit any easy explanation. There's no resolution, not yet. But the creator left a note in the description, stating they plan to return and investigate further. Whether that will happen remains to be seen. Until then, we're left with a question. If you were alone in the woods and saw that, would you keep filming? Or would you run? The YouTube channel Roadie typically showcases peaceful vlogs about living on the road, capturing nature, solitude, and the freedom of truck life. But in December 2017, one video stood out from the rest. In this upload, the creator reflects on a disturbing situation that happened earlier that year during a routine night of car camping. While parked in a lot and trying to get some sleep in the back of his truck, something strange unfolded just after 1 a.m.
So it was probably around like 1:30 in the morning when I heard someone walking around my truck. And whenever you're sleeping, somewhere public and you hear somebody walking right outside your truck, it's always a little bit alarming. So what you'll see here in a second, he pulls out his phone and starts taking pictures. It looks like of my license plate or something like that. I'm not sure why he was doing this. So I thought maybe, I wasn't allowed to park there and he was taking pictures of my license plate, but it's kind of odd to be doing that at 1:30 in the morning. And he didn't look like a security guard or anything like that.
A hooded man began walking slowly around the truck. The truck bed, where the uploader was sleeping, was completely dark, making it likely the man didn't know someone was inside. Unaware he was being recorded, the man pulled out his phone and began taking photos of the license plates and various parts of the vehicle. For several minutes, the individual circled the truck. The uploader remained silent, watching from inside as the man moved suspiciously around the vehicle. He didn't appear to be law enforcement or security, and for someone to be photographing a private vehicle at that hour, in that way, was clearly unsettling.
He comes back around and tries to shine his flashlight into the back of my camper shell. You'll see here in a second. And I just bang on the window, and he takes off running. So he probably wasn't expecting that.
The situation escalated when the man moved to the side window and attempted to peer inside using a flashlight. At that point, the uploader made the decision to make his presence known, slamming his fist against the truck interior to startle the intruder. The reaction was immediate. The man panicked and ran off without hesitation. Although the uploader was unharmed and the man never returned, the intentions behind the late-night visitor remain unknown. It could have been someone casing the vehicle for theft, or perhaps something worse. Whatever the case, the uploader's quick reaction may have prevented a more dangerous scenario. Given the man's erratic behavior, several possibilities come to mind. He might have been planning a break-in, unaware the vehicle was occupied. His lack of a uniform or clear purpose rules out most official explanations. The fact that he fled so quickly after being discovered suggests guilt, or at the very least, fear of being caught. Had the uploader remained silent, the outcome might have been very different. Would you have waited in silence, or confronted the stranger sooner? Phil, the creator behind the Hike Slam YouTube channel, is widely known for documenting his outdoor treks across Virginia. But during an overnight hike in November 2021, just a day before Thanksgiving, his trip took an eerie turn. He had set out to explore a segment of the Appalachian Trail close to his home, expecting a peaceful adventure. But only 30 minutes into the journey, things began to feel off.
So some Bud Light cans, plastic bat, some writing on some of this garbage. This one. Hangman is coming down from the gallows. Song lyrics, other weird things. Well, hopefully I don't get murdered out here. That would totally ruin my day. Well, let's keep going.
Along the trail, he came across a scattered pile of litter, beer cans, random debris, and notably, a bat, all marked with cryptic scribbles. One of the items featured ominous lyrics referencing a hanging. Phil brushed it off at first, joking about the bizarre scene, and decided to continue on. But the further he went, the stranger things became. A short while later, he stumbled upon another disturbing